I don't know if you know. So here's the
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
here's the new polls out. The averages as of August 24th. Oh, this is from August 24th,
So
2016.
at the top is 2016, at the bottom is 2020. So it's comparing
That's right.
the polls.
Compare and contrast.
So you see Wisconsin at the top.
So that's Wisconsin. That's Clinton was up plus 11.5. Biden's up plus 6.5. In Pennsylvania, Hillary Clinton was up 9 points. In Pennsylvania, Biden's up 5 points. So what the point of this is to show you is Hillary Clinton was doing much better in all these swing states than Joe Biden is. And she lost. So here, CBS News, YouGov poll, post DNC among independents. Trump 47, Biden 37. So before, do you see this?
Yes.
They'd have been better off not doing it.
Right?
That's how shitty they are. So do you think that there'll be any point that the good, well-intentioned blue check world of social media will ever start pressuring Joe Biden to go get some fucking votes and get those 100 million people who don't vote to vote? I was so glad I remembered that during the interview, that's the biggest voting block, the 100 million people who don't vote.
It's impressive.
Isn't that, at what point do you think the blue check class on social media will finally go, hey, Joe Biden being slightly less shittier than Donald Trump may not cut it. Maybe you actually, I don't know, offer a solution. Did you see all the solutions Mark Blythe has had in his book, Angrynomics? They actually have solutions to people's income inequality. They have solutions. Joe Biden has none. He's not even interested. Oh, look at that. So before the DNC, Trump was up 5. After the DNC, Trump's up 10. Get in the F among independents, that is. Does not look good. That's how bad Joe Biden and the Democrats are, that Trump does better with independents than he does. Is everybody in this country just a maniac racist? Or is Joe Biden and the Democrats that horrible? The latter. And here's how they're going to try. Here's how they're going to try. Here's how they're going to try. And if you fall for this, you are the sucker of all suckers, Kay. Here is how Nancy Pelosi is going to bullshit you. She's going to lie right now to everybody in the world, including everyone who ever voted for her. She's going to lie because they don't want Donald Trump and Joe Biden to debate because Joe Biden is obviously demented. He can't even read a statement. And here's Nancy Pelosi's big idea.
Since you asked about that, I myself, just don't tell anybody I told you this, especially don't tell Joe Biden. I don't think that there should be any debates. I do not think that the President of the United States has comported himself in a way that anybody should, and that has any association with truth, evidence, data, and facts. I wouldn't legitimize a conversation with him, nor a debate in terms of the presidency of the United States. Now, I know.
See, I wouldn't legitimize the guy who's the effing president of the United States. You mean the guy whose legislative agenda you passed? You wouldn't legitimize that guy, but you would pass his legislative agenda, right? You liar. And the reason why is because he doesn't use facts right and he's a liar and he makes up stuff. That's why Joe Biden shouldn't debate Donald Trump because Donald Trump makes stuff up? Really?
Explaining to do. The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School. I mean, this guy comes off this whole thing as a flyweight.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
Joseph.
Of how we can evaluate the condition of our society. It cannot measure that.
Just remember, it's Nancy Pelosi saying Joe Biden, Mr. Integrity, should not debate Donald Trump because, you don't want to legitimize a guy who plays fast and loose with the facts and makes stuff up. So that was Joe Biden completely making up. It's just, and here he is plagiarizing.
Of how we can evaluate the condition of our society. It cannot measure the health of our children, the quality of our education, the joy of their play.
Yet the gross national product does not allow for the health of our children, the quality of their education, or the joy of their play.
And I started thinking as I was coming over here, why is it that Joe Biden is the first in his family ever to go to a university?
Why am I the first connect in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university?
Why is it that my wife, who's sitting out there in the audience, is the first in her family to ever go to college?
Why is Glenys the first woman in her family in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university?
No, it's not because they weren't as smart. It's not because they didn't work as hard. It's because they didn't have a platform upon which to stand.
Does anybody really think that they didn't get what we had because they didn't have the talent or the strength or the endurance or the commitment? Of course not. It was because there was no platform upon which they could stand.
So let me hear why Nancy Pelosi says she just shouldn't be a debate.
Since you asked about that, I myself, just don't tell anybody I told you this, especially don't tell Joe Biden. I don't think that there should be any debates. I do not think that the President of the United States has comported himself in a way that anybody should, and that has any association with truth, evidence, data, and facts. I wouldn't legitimize a conversation with him, nor a debate in terms of the presidency of the United States. Now, I know
That's Queen Nancy Pelosi just completely bullshitting you, ramming a demented motherfucker down your throat. Just bullshit, lying. That's what Nancy Pelosi looks like when she's lying at the top of her lungs. That's what she looks like when she's bullshitting you. That's what she looks like. She tries to be extra folksy. Don't tell anybody I'm saying this.
Don't tell anybody I'm saying this at a press conference. Please don't
such a
do
clever.
that.
It's such. She's trying to be clever, right? That's her being clever. This is just between us. Don't tell anybody. Especially don't tell Joe Biden. That's how they figured out. Hey, whatever you think about anything, the fact that the establishment in the press, our political establishment, our elected leaders are all conspiring to bullshit you and ram a demented, warmongering tool of Wall Street as your leader. And you know who's next in line? Someone who didn't get a delegate. Someone who couldn't get a vote. That's your next leader. But we all know who our real leader is, don't we? It's her donors. That's why she's the leader.
Oh, Jimmy, just stop it. Just stop it. Just calm down, Jimmy. Just calm down. You know, my favorite part in her statement, she was tired of Donald Trump's skullduggery.
Oh.
Come on. Come on. You know, that like everybody had to look it up. Skullduggery. You know, oh, it's underhanded. It also synonym for hanky-panky. I'm tired of Nancy Pelosi's skullfuggery.
I'm tired of the skullfuckery myself. I'm tired of being skull-fucked by the establishment.
Done with it.
Yes.
Suck it, 2020.
Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is where I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.